Okay, time for email.
All right,
ready?
let's go for it,
Okay. This is from a viewer who says, Pat, I have recently found my husband in a private porn group on Facebook with an old female friend he hasn't seen for over 30 years. He has now changed his password so I can no longer see what he does and is very mad at me for finding out. Is this wrong? We've been together over 34 years and this has put more strain on an already stressful marriage. He just wants me to forget about it, but I can't. Should I just get over it? I feel like my feelings no longer matter to him at all.
Folks, pornography, from what I can gather, is more addictive than cocaine. It hits the pleasure centers, and before long, if men are addicted to watching porn, they prefer porn over a relationship with human beings. Even the most satisfying sexual relations cannot equal the manufactured thrill that comes from pornography. It is a severe addiction. Now, the thing that you're telling me is, though, that this is a porn group that includes an ex-girlfriend, which means the girlfriend is into it, too. So somehow or other, she and your husband are having vicarious sex, whether it is, watching porn together or whatever. In my opinion, he's committing adultery against you, and he will destroy your life. Now, you can ask him to have counseling, or you could set up a situation which says, look, if I were you, I'd get a lawyer, I'd get a lawsuit, I'd get it all set, and file the papers and tell him, look, we've been married for 34 years. I want to preserve our marriage, but it's going to be either me or pornography. Make your decision now, because I'm going to take you to court in a matter of weeks. So that will focus his mind wonderfully. And don't believe the lies he tells you if he starts giving you lies. And if he rages against you, let the lawyer handle that. But it's a crime. But what's happening is there are millions of Americans that are caught up in this stuff. And it is eating their very soul. We talk about a cocaine epidemic. We talk about an epidemic of methamphetamines and these other things. But pornography is infinitely bigger, and it is strictly 100%. It has nothing to do with the First Amendment. It has to do with making money. The pornographers are into the game for making money, and they will exploit women and they'll exploit men for the purpose of making money on you, okay?
Okay, this is Catherine, who says, I have some gold coins and silver. If something drastic happened to the economy and I needed money fast, where would I take these to cash them in?
I'm not a coin dealer, so I can't tell you there's a normal market, though. As far as bullion coins, gold and silver, Krugerrands, and that kind of stuff, they don't have any particular collector value, and they sell for the price of gold on the market. So there are exchanges that sell this stuff, and you can look up the internet who's selling gold, who's buying gold, and but if you want to know, I do some research and find out, or maybe make contact with some dealer. But there are dealers who deal in bullion coins. Now, when you start talking about rare coins, it's in a different league, and it's one that I'm unfamiliar with. But in terms of the other, it's strictly the price of the gold at a particular time. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't hurt to have some of it available. Where do you take it? I'd make your sources right now, because it may be hard to dispose of.
Okay, this is Stephen, who says, my wife and I listened to Pat recite some of Psalm 103 when explaining to a viewer how to meditate on the Bible. I looked it up and must admit I cried with joy when I read it out loud to my wife. One question, though, why are we to fear God?
It's reverence. Why do you fear your father? Well, it means you respect him. I think the fear is respect. You have to acknowledge the fact that God is not your buddy. He is the king and author and creator of the entire universe. He is an awesome being. He's a fearsome fire. And you have to be aware of what you're dealing with. And so you come before him, you love him, and the love draws you to him, and he loves you. But the fear is one where you respect him and you don't take advantage of him, and you don't get sloppy with him. Talk about sloppy agape. You don't get sloppy with God. You respect him.